Good evening, my name is Defert and I'm on Skull Goldrush EU with Alarm Copter.
Hello.
And 1 second please, afraid I need to adjust some settings. Back in a second. I'm back. Sorry about that. Voice receive volume has been turned down. If you do want to talk to me, please do it in chat. If you want to hear me, please go to the main menu, go to the mute button and select both of us on the list and just mute us. That's the quickest way to shut us up. Anyway, having a look at the teams. I mean, personally, love Goldrush, my favourite area in particular. Taking a look at the teams though, that blue team is not entirely suited to an attack. I don't know, actually they're balancing out a bit more now, it's looking better.
Yeah, I'm definitely favouring red so far, and although that said, blue has quite a few more familiar faces, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out. Should be a good one.
It's looking reasonable. Doors open. Although I'm liking Proti District there, standing right next to the cart. That's quite brave, not even moving. I have a cart, it's mine, there it goes. One thing I am seeing though is that red are defending this hard. It doesn't usually work when you defend that hard.
No, yeah, I mean that Uber there with Invictus and Mortal Soda, that was pretty good. I mean they kept that right to the last minute and it paid off pretty well. I mean they took down I think 2 heavies with that, so that is at least stall blue, but they're coming back pretty hard now.
Yep. I have to say, Bad Hand got really lucky with that. I mean, he just about took out that engineer stuff. He completely forgot the engineer was there in the first place and proceeded to walk by him. Such is.
And he is really wiping up now as well.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. The problem with hard defending is you break that thick, crusty outer shell. It's all soft and goo on the inside. You need to have defense and depth.
The pie of defense.
Yep, pie, layers of defense. I mean, look at blue team now. They're attacking point 2, they're in cap point 1 yet. Yeah, that's good vanguard action. I mean, to be fair, it's reasonably good. They've got some guys in the cart. The amount of times we've seen like them do vanguard actions and then not actually push the cart.
Yeah, vanguarding too hard. Yeah, that especially on this map as well. Like, even on just like a generic pub game, quite often you see spawn camping, and yeah, I mean I'm always supportive of it, but yeah, it can go slightly too far if everyone's doing it.
Yeah, spawn camping is useless unless you're achieving the objective at the same time. I remember that game we had like heavy spawn camp going, perfect spawn camp, nobody was pushing the cart. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, as it is now, I think blue are doing a pretty good job of sort of keeping their presence at this sort of coming up past the second point, but they're a little bit too spread out.
Yeah, no. Oh, Vex there just gets lucky on Fred there, just missed that stab. But good acting though, I mean, yeah, the soldier didn't guess that that spy was a spy. Now, unfortunately I didn't catch the, you know, what the spy's class was, but in my opinion a lot of spies kind of forget the good art of acting. You know, being the right class in the right place can actually often go unnoticed.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's actually really that difficult, because you just have to put yourself in the mindset of the other team. It's not a case of doing anything fancy, it's just pretend you are the other team, and if you've got someone else on your team who knows how you play spy, if someone else can back you up by shooting at you while you're disguised, that works really, really nicely.
Oh yeah. That's the thing, always shoot your spies, because, you know, it does help with the illusion. And also, the other thing I always notice, the reason why I hate dead ringers is because you see these people being like something wrong, a sniper at the front lines running backwards, and it's like, oh, he's totally a spy, he's in the wrong place. You know, just shoot him up.
Yeah, I think a lot of people just use the dead ringer rather than like what it should be. They just use it literally because they know they can get killed and run past someone, and it's, to me, that's not what it's all about. It's about extending your lifetime and getting even more kills than you normally would.
Yeah, actually, some of the best dead ringer spies are the ones who basically don't let on they're using the dead ringer in the first place. The thing is, if somebody knows you're a dead ringer spy, they'll just basically tell everybody else. I mean, we were playing Goldrush last night actually, and the amount of dead ringer spies we kept seeing, and like say dead ringer, and people were just prepared.
Yeah, I think, yeah, the dead ringer is that kind of like lost art in terms of actual skillful usage, but I'm glad that it got nerfed. That was definitely necessary.
that beforehand, Pyros were just having to really struggle actually killing them off. They're just running around burning and burning and burning. It was like, I can't kill this, and it should be dead 3 times over by now.
Especially when it's paired with the Spicicle as well. It's like, you know that there is a spy there, and you can do nothing about it as a Pyro.
Oh god damn, it's so annoying. Now in any case though, I mean, now look at this game, I think Blue have been nicely halted by Red. I don't know what happened, they were actually onto a win, and it just kind of stopped really.
Yeah, Blue do seem to have a couple of members here and there, like, moving up. Morkenstern I saw moving up with, I think it was some Spaz earlier on, but those two seem to have been playing pretty nicely, but they keep getting cut off by Red, so Red are doing a really nice job of flanking Blue where they need to be actually cut off.
Now the thing I'm seeing here is actually, Blue did get the attic at one point, and then they didn't move into it, which is kind of a mystery. You let Red get back in there, all that hard work is gone. One of the few maps actually for me that has a real massive sweet spot. That attic can really swing a game.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, all 3 points on this map just work really, really nicely, especially for engineers. It works brilliantly if you've got the rest of the team to back you up. I mean, like you said last night when we were on this map, there was some pretty good engineer teamwork going on. Tonight, not so much.
Yeah, well, to be fair, what happened, Red have regrouped quite nicely. But what I'm thinking is, though, that they're doing quite nice, but if Blue actually bring back their game of maybe throwing out an Uber hero there and get some engineers in, that might clean it up a bit. But I'm looking at Bad Hand here, you know, he's playing heavy. Got completely annihilated there, but, you know, he's trying.
And I think that was pretty much the furthest push in the last couple of minutes anyway, so definitely worth the death, I think.
Now, for the time being, I think Blue have managed to regain the attic. They just need to consolidate it now. Or they just need to move on and just completely annihilate Red. Either's good. However, there is something they're not doing. I think they've got round to it eventually, but they wasted a little time, but not too much. But oh man, on that cart, Invictus just saves it there. I mean, don't know what happened. That he was doing the right thing, trying to take out Invictus, kept him pinned down, but the scout got behind them all, which didn't help.
Yeah, I think a lot of Blue's failings so far is not to say that there's any bad playing or anything. Everybody seems to be putting their work in pretty well, but a lot of them seem to be relying on the medic. And he keeps on getting, you know, cut off, and they're not protecting him as well as they could be.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm thinking of. They're playing a bit squirmishly. They're not really getting the gear. And as you can see, there's a lot of guys huddling around waiting for the big med kit to come back. I'm not sure if that's intentional or if they're just trying to get out, but it's Morkenstern playing as the medic as well. I mean, that kind of brings in something I feel a bit strongly about. I don't like it when strong players have to play medic. Now, sometimes you do need a strong player to play medic if it's a serious match, but when you've got a guy who's combatively talented and you're basically putting him in a support role where you go basically help out somebody who's not as good as him, it's very frustrating to play.
Yeah, it would be nice to see a switch around of the teams. I think that's something we've seen quite a lot recently. Players who are, you know, quite good, they've just chosen the wrong class.
I mean, let's have a look, see what's going on with teams. I mean, looking at the teams right now, I mean, there are... Blue is, to be fair, admin heavy. They do need a couple more shooty guys here and there. And as, if you look at Red, I mean, they're a lot more balanced.
Yeah, Red have got a lot to work with. Blue, yeah, I mean, that's sort of half of the roster, whereas Red are covering pretty much all 9.
Yeah, this is the thing now. 1 minute 28. Blue can still win this. They've got the time. They just need the talent. It's Bad Hand again. Look at this guy. I mean, he comes out every time. He tries his best, but he gets completely clobbered by the enemy team. And where was the rest of the team?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely admire his enthusiasm. He is really putting in effort, and yeah, there's no one else there to back him up. So, it's doomed to fail, unfortunately.
You know, come flaps out, taking that sentry. They've got an Uber out. Can Blue win it now? That's what they need to do. Midnight's out there with his medic. Okay, where is Blue? Seriously, I mean, that was an Uber there. They cleared out the area and Blue did not come striding in. There goes the second Uber. Can they get into gear now? Okay, it's looking good. I mean, it's promising a push here. I mean, I think they've got it now, but man, that requires a lot of effort.
Yeah, they definitely left it quite close to the cuff.
But nicely done there from Blue, but they need, if they do that again though, they're going to lose it. Okay, round 2. Now, judging from that first game, yeah, I am interested to see how Blue performs this time. They do need to get a little bit more aggressive, need a bit braver, and a bit more coordinated. But Red Team, if they perform as they were, I think they can still do this, Red Team.
Yeah, personally for me, I think that this is a harder point to push up to, especially the second part of this map. I feel like if there's sort of, you know, the standard defense, it's pretty difficult to win as Blue.
That, and the thing is, I find this is one of the easiest maps to spawn camp a Blue Team on. If you get a couple of heavies moving either side and just completely go for those doors, you can really delay a Blue Team. It's a hard defense, but it completely ruins their startup and all their energy equipment.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I've seen this map, you know, Blue shut down by 2 medics just going for the Uber saw Uber tactic.
Oh god. There goes an Uber. Oh well, that was the wrong. No, that was a bad idea. Yet using the crits versus an Uber, never going to work. Nope, so much nope. But to be fair though, it was a crits in a defense, which is the right place to put it, but it was just the wrong timing and place for it.
Yeah, it was pretty much futile. Ideally, I mean, something I quite like to do, when you've got points like this where you can see into the enemy spawn before the round starts, if you're any kind of a player, you can keep an eye on what the medic's using, and you know, you can try and you know, build your game plan around that, because the type of Uber that's being used can really change the game flow.
Of course, I mean, the crits can be dangerous depending on the person and class they're playing. Keep an eye on that. Ubers are always kind of a bit dangerous, so be careful of those. But if they're using a quick fix, oh, that's it. No, not on this map. They just ignore that. A vaccinator, tricky. The thing I find the vaccinator is one of those ones that requires a pro player to use because it's very fiddly.
Yeah, I think on, at least in this game, I feel like a vaccinator probably wouldn't go that well used, because Red seem to have been, for the most part, keeping up a good variety of classes, and they seem to always have a couple of people here and there anyway, so there's probably going to be something to counter the vaccinator regardless.
One thing I'm saying though, look at Blue Team, they're vanguarding so well, and they did the thing, they pushed the cart up and got back so much precious time. That was a lovely save there by Blue.
Yeah, man, they're really going for it now as well. 5 people on the cart.
Yep, okay, they're learning. I like that in the team. I like it. The thing is, people can play like noobs, but the thing I hate about players is when they stubbornly stick to a tactic and refuse to think that nothing else is going to work.
Yeah, that's really the sign of a truly good player, when they know when to change, know what to change to. You know, it's fun to stay the same class, but you just get stuck in a rut. If you're constantly dying as one class, you may as well change.
Oh, that was a pity there. Now, I think that Medic had Uber there, but just didn't get time to deploy it. Now, that could have swung the entire game. Red got really lucky with that last bit. To be honest, I thought they were going to lose that Red. I mean, Blue were moving up so hard. But yeah, now I think their quick dash is over. I think it's going to set into much more of a longer game. We're going to start seeing teleporters into play now.
Yeah, Blue need to get a good setup going. Although, I mean, then again, I mean, we saw, I don't know whether you saw it there, Snowy Pirate there decided to go, for Red's side, decided to go militant NG rather than actually attempting to build anything up, which I don't know whether or not he's not sure of what he's doing, or whether or not he just wanted to give it a go, but it didn't pay off. He got shot down instantly.
Was that a red or blue engineer?
That was a red engineer, yeah. He just came out all guns blazing and died all guns blazing.
Yeah, now that's the thing. Now, blue engineer, that's a gamble between, do I push the cart up harder and win the game now, or do I get teleported down? But Red Engineer, you really should be playing militant. In this kind of game, you need to be setting up as quickly as you can before the cart gets there. Invictus, you know, playing Brass Beast heavy. Actually, the thing I'm seeing about Invictus, he is using the Brass Beast well. It's so rare to see a good Brass Beast player. And then stabbed. It's Uber. It's on the last point. It's looking good. And that was a win. Nicely done.